So with episode 50 of Pokemon Journeys, we got a new opening, and with this opening, the reveal of two returning characters, Iris and Gary. I also noticed a few other things in the opening, which I'll talk about as I'm going through the opening. But after this opening, I'm now 100% sure that we'll see everyone return in the series at least one point, meaning that we'll see Serena, Dawn, May, Brock, Silent, Clement, and Bonnie. I think it's only a matter of time now. So to quickly go over the opening, I'm going to break down what I see and cover it as I get to it. So the first major thing we see is Ash, Goh and Koharu traveling with Leon in his Charizard car. And the first thing I want to say is that it's nice to see Koharu officially join Ash and Goh. In the last opening we saw her hesitating, but in this opening now we see her here. So it seems like Ash, Goh and the others will be traveling with Leon around Galar, which I'll talk more about why I think that is a bit later. And the next major thing we see is Koharu with a Galarian ponyta, so it looks like she'll be catching it, which I predicted after we saw the trailer, and this will probably happen while they're traveling in Galar. Next we see Grookey, but with no clear indication as to who's getting it, whether it be Ash or Goh. I'm still leaning more towards Ash, since he doesn't have a starter and he always at least has one, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. After that we see Goh on the floor, seemingly after a battle from Cinderace's damage. He also looks up and then we see Suicune, Raikou, and Entei, and so he'll probably battle them and lose to Suicune since we saw Suicune in the trailer, but I do enjoy the development and experience they're giving Goh that he'll need if he plans on catching every Pokemon. So after that we get a transition scene with Professor Oak, the two assistants at Professor Sakuragi's lab, Karina, which means we'll probably see her again soon, then Sonia, Bee, and then Wilstrom. Seems like the anime finally noticed that we actually like Kalos, especially more than Kanto, and I can't wait to see what they do with Wilstrom in the future, since we know based on the last trailer that he'll be battling Ash at one point. So after that, the final two people we see are Iris and Gary, which are the biggest reveals of the opening. I honestly can't wait to see Iris again. We haven't seen her since that black and white special where she went to Johto and met Claire. That's also where she caught Gibble. I may do a video breaking that down since some people haven't seen it. But it'll be nice to see how far she's come as a Dragon Master, and based on her outfit, she's not the champion of Univille yet, like in the games, but there's still a chance that she may be the gym leader of her gym, which I think will be pretty cool. After that, we see Ash's childhood friend and rival, Gary. It's been so long since we've seen Gary. We haven't seen him since Sinnoh, and I can't wait to see how far he's come as a professor in training, and what he thinks of Ash now that Ash is a research fellow. I can already see these smug look and replies coming from Gary, so it'll be interesting to see what he's actually going to be doing, if he's doing research or if he's back to battling. And I'm wondering if either Gary or Iris is taking part in the World Championships. If I had to pick, I would say Iris, since we've already seen other gym leaders take part in it, and Iris, we've seen her battle before. And one other thing I'm looking forward to with Iris is her Dragonite versus Ash's, since they both have conflicting personalities, and seeing if her Axew has evolved along with the Gibble she caught. It'll be interesting to see what they do with her and where Ash even meets her. So after that we see Ash and the others traveling in the car around Galar and some Dynamax Pokemon. And this is where I think some people are a bit confused. I don't think this is related to the Darkest Day again, because if you played the games, you would know that in the post-game there was another Dynamax problem, and to fix it you have to travel around the region, which is probably what Ash is doing with Goh and Koharu. So after that we see Team Rocket, and they still have Moripeko. After that we get a scene with Chloe looking at Ash and Goh and her Pokemon as they run up to her, and then we see her thinking about what evolution her Eevee will evolve into. And I wonder if since they're traveling in Galar, if we'll get that confirmation that her Eevee is just a special Eevee, since it's a Gmax Eevee, which could be why it doesn't want to evolve. Which makes sense, but I'd honestly prefer if it was a new evolution, but we're probably going to get the latter with her having just a Gmax Eevee. So the next major thing we see is Ash versus Goh with Cinderace battling Lucario, and this doesn't look like that small tease we got in the last opening. I think Ash and Goh will actually battle this time, which I can't wait for. I talked about in my Goh potential video that Goh has to get better at battling if he wants to catch stronger Pokemon, so maybe he challenges Ash or asks to train with Ash after being unable to beat Suicune. So the last major thing we see is the inevitable clash between Ash and Leon. I think we may see Leon battle against Ash in small battles if they're traveling around together, but I would think that they won't have their major battle till the finals of the championships, since Leon is more of Ash's goal than a rival. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. After that, we just see a bunch of new characters mixed in with some old ones like Lance, Leon, Karina, and the Professor. And that's pretty much the end of the opening. One thing I really enjoyed from this opening is that Pokemon Journeys is giving me and everything else I've said in previous videos what we want. Ash and Goh going on a journey in Galar, Chloe becoming a trainer, Ash vs. Goh, the return of old characters. Seems like the Pokemon anime is finally giving the fans what we all want. I can't wait for Gary, Iris, and everything else we see in this. So let me know what you think of this opening in the comment section below. I was honestly hoping we get a new song, but I found out that they've confirmed that they're never changing the song. They're sticking with this song for the entire series, essentially like Hunter x Hunter 2011. So we're kind of stuck with this, but we'll get new visuals every time. With that being said, let me know what you're looking forward to from this opening. And what do you think about them sticking with the same song the entire series? With that being said, thanks for watching and bye.